Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Sean Stettnichs here, bringing another how-to video. Today we're going to be talking about the rear brake lever on the right side of the motorcycle by the case cover. That's the rear brake foot lever. And we're going to talk about how to adjust that. The bike we're going to use as an example is a 2009 Yamaha TT-R125LE, L for the large wheel version and E for electric start. I will say this video should apply to any of the TT-R125 model years, so 2000 through present, and honestly will likely apply to nearly any trail bike that you find. So if that's another TT-R model or perhaps a KLX, CRF, or even a DRZ if you're a Suzuki rider. So let's get started today. I bought this bike very recently and have noticed there's quite a few things that need to be done as far as adjustment go. And if we look at this rear brake drum setup here, you're gonna have this foot lever right by the case cover. And if you notice, this is incredibly loose right now. I can actually go all the way down and touch the foot peg mount to the frame there. So way too loose, you're not getting any sort of braking power out of that rear brake right now because it's just simply well out of adjustment. So let's just follow along here. There's the lever itself, and it has this rod coming all the way back to the drum. And then there's this wing nut, and you can see this guy is almost backed all the way out. We're gonna have to turn that in or clockwise significantly to help our rear brake feel on this bike. So what we're gonna do is actually push this this lever here forward, which will allow us to spin that wing nut. And again, we're gonna turn it in or clockwise to get better lever feel. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set the phone down here and put two hands to work, and then I'll bring it back and give you an idea of where I ended up landing. Alrighty, so I just used two hands and was able to get those adjusted. So you can see I turned that wing nut in significantly. Actually counted 13 turns, full turns, to get a better lever feel up here at the rear brake. And so if I push this down now, it goes about probably half the distance that it did when it was well out of adjustment. And I like that. I'm the type that I like to have a pretty firm brake lever, whether it's the front brake or the rear brake. But in this case, you can see I've got plenty of travel left before it would ever hit the frame and bottom out. And again, you know, I like things a little bit more on the firm side. For those of you that want a little more play or flexibility, you just simply wouldn't turn that wing nut in so much. And what that'll let you do is have more flexibility when you apply pressure to the lever, that you can kind of modulate how much rear brake you're looking to give the bike. So these little trail bikes, again, they're gonna just wear those shoes in the drum, and that's why they have all of this adjustability. You can see under this spring here, that's all a threaded end to that bar. And so you've got plenty of adjustability even with the stock brake shoes in that brake drum. So make sure this is something that's a very easy maintenance item, but very common to be out of adjustment. A lot of people just ride them, they don't touch it or even look, and a very easy, simple adjustment to make. Again, we didn't even take any tools out for this. Literally just pull this bar back, slide this lever a little forward, and you can easily spin that wing nut. So if you have any questions, guys, let me know. This is a pretty simple how-to video here, but again, one of those things that is very commonly neglected. I see it all the time on these smaller trail bikes. People just buy them, they ride them, they sell them to somebody else, and it never gets looked at. So if you decide that you want it to have more flexibility, again, you just back that out or turn it counterclockwise. And if you decide, hey, it's still feeling a little squishy, I'd like it to be a little more firm in the rear brake, then just keep turning it in. So A lot of it comes down to rider feel, as long as you're within that kind of spec of not totally bottoming out that rear brake. So hopefully this helps, and if you wouldn't mind, please like, subscribe, and I'll keep these how-to videos coming. Thanks guys, take care.